recommending that their employees learn AI. But how would it make you feel if somebody asked you, real quick, I need you to learn how to use this magical robot that is definitely going to take your job. And so, the demand for upskilling on AI is actually causing burnout. And burnout impairs neuroplasticity, which is our brain's mechanism for learning. So when we're burnt out, our prefrontal cortexes become less effective. Our amygdalas get more reactive, our cortisol increases, our inflammation increases, and all of these things affect neuroplasticity. Ironically, people who use AI a lot are actually far more likely to report burnout. And so basically, we're asking people to learn how to use the thing that is causing them to not be able to learn at all, which is kind of funny. Right, but what is fun is actually the answer. So games trigger the play instinct. And when we play, dopamine increases. And that increases motivation and attention. It also helps with neuroplasticity. And when we game, we have this environment where we can experiment and risk and fail and adapt. And that is exactly how the human brain evolved to live and learn. Right? So basically games are humanity's original training tools. So games like Knuckle Bones, right? These were the dice games. What they taught people were chance and social interaction. We also had Senate that taught people perseverance and interaction. But what about video games, right? Widely dismissed as a waste of time. But companies have been using video games since the 70s to train people. So, all right, what if the video game was the workplace? Okay, so my son is a semi-pro Minecraft player. Each day after school, he comes home, puts on a headset, logs into a server, and starts talking about coding, monetization, and strategy with people all over the world. And one day I said, that kid is not playing, he's working. And maybe that's actually the same thing. So humanity has always taught us that games will help us learn the skills that we need for the future. Well, maybe we need to tap into some of those future leaders. All right, I know what you're thinking. Right? And I would never go on social media and work out, right? But maybe Gen Z is optimizing for a new way of working. Maybe they're prioritizing rest, mental health, physical health, socialization, adventure, curiosity, creativity, and all the things that basically are the building blocks of human performance, and that they are remarkably entrepreneurial. So 49% of them say they want to own their own business, 34% already have a side hustle, and 25% want to game or create content for money. And they're also really good at spotting AI bullshit. And that's because they were basically raised on algorithms and misinformation. So scary as that sounds, they're better than us at detecting it. So what are we talking about here? What are these skills? We've got human performance, artificial intelligence, literacy, career agility. These are not Gen Z skills. These are future of work skills that you and me need to survive and thrive in the future of work. So what do we need to activate this? Engaging multiplayer learning environments where people learn future of work readiness skills, and it is reinforced inside the game. So imagine logging into work each day, and you meet your AI mentor who gives you a learning quest, and you have to have human-to-human interaction, and they support you along the way until you complete your mission. Sounds a little more fun than, shooting off gifts in a team chat, maybe, I don't know. But of course, what happens in XR should not stay in XR. So research shows that extended reality can improve performance in the real world, but only if the simulation closely resembles the real world. So I recently hosted a multiplayer leadership retreat, and we played an AI-powered learning game inspired by tarot. And my guests would scan cards, and they would talk to an interpreter bot and complete wellness challenges, and they would interact with each other. Here's the thing, none of them were gamers, and some of them were actively AI avoidant, but motivated to play and potentially win. They all fully engaged. So maybe the future of work looks less like a Zoom call and more like Minecraft.